All right, so Genesis happened. What was your bracket like?
How can I put this? It was interesting. I saw the bus was up 2-0 after I beat the Japanese hero. I jinxed the bus, low-key, because I was like, okay, yeah, the bus got this. Like,
so after that, you did have to play Spargo. That footstool low-key won you the game. You killed him at 0 almost.
I had been saving that for a while.
After that, you did have to play Zomba again. He did say he guarantees that he will be #1 in the world.
Absolutely not, man. How I keep it real? How I keep it real, man?
You want to know the reason why I have beaten Zomba since like 2021?
Why?
Because I've had a driver's license since 2018, bro.
I think that after this, I don't think I'm gonna lose to him again. I'm gonna destroy him.
Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Go Talk. It is that time of the week once again. Joining me today, we have Sonix over here, just placing second at Genesis X. How have you been, man?
I've been good. Labbing, you know, taking the necessary countermeasures for next time Zomba. But I've been chilling. What about yourself?
Yeah, that's actually one of the topics of today. I've seen some of your clips. You posted one. It looked pretty cool. Killing R.O.B at 40. Always nice,
yeah.
right?
Always good. Yes.
Yeah. And this time around, we actually don't have mkleo on the show. He actually got kicked from Luminosity. I'm kidding. Of course not. That's not real, bro. He's in Europe getting ready for KingCon. So everyone in the comments, please wish mkleo good luck in his tournament because I think the GOATs got it. All right, so Genesis happened. I actually didn't get to watch much of your path, honestly. I think I was just focused on my own path. I was really locked in, so I didn't even look at like many other players like bracket, you know? So what was your bracket like? I actually didn't see any of your bracket like before top 8 because I know it was supposed to be like you versus Leo, but well, happens, you know? So yeah, but what was your bracket?
How can I put this? It was interesting. It was interesting to say the least because I played a lot of very fun characters to play against. Like, I had so much fun in bracket, man. So much fun. I played characters ranging from freaking Pac-Man to Hero to Timeout Cheek to Olimar. It was great. It was great.
Wait. Who did you play? Like, that sounds extremely boring, but who did you play?
I played JDV.
Oh, okay, I know that guy.
Yeah, that was to make it out to top 64. Before JDV, I played Fuzix, pretty good Sheik.
Yeah.
After JDV and Fuzix, I played Akakikusu, the Japanese hero.
Oh, you did have to play him. How'd that go?
I did. I won 3-0.
Oh, 3-0. Oh,
so,
well.
Yeah.
Actually, never mind. I think I did watch that because you had an insane crowd behind you. Like, Spargo was like, yo, I want to watch Akakikusu versus Sonix. Let's go. I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that while I wait for my match. And I couldn't watch anything, bro. You had an insane crowd behind you.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think you noticed it, but yeah.
I did not notice, and I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
Oh my god. What? That's crazy. Yeah, I played him, and then I played Zackray.
Oh yeah, that was game 5, right?
That was game 5, yeah. Which, by the way, was kind of crazy because I was not expecting to play Zackray because I saw the bus was up 2-0 after I beat the Japanese hero. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to find a French Rosa that was there at the tournament to get some practice in. But then he was watching Mia Raflo, so I ended up staying to watch Mia Raflo. And then I go back, and I'm like, okay, like, actually, I overhear Zackray Sonix. And I'm like, no way. I'm like, no way he got the reverse Rio, bro. Like, I jinxed the bus, low-key, because I was like, okay, the bus got this.
Well, the bus had kind of already jinxed himself on the last episode of Go Talks, because we were, I don't know if you saw the clip, it probably went viral after that. But in our reacting to the community tier list, he did say, yo, Pit is not the best, and Pit sucks. So therefore, now that I'm talking shit about Pit, if I lose to Zackray, I will look pretty silly. And, well, he kind of jinxed himself. He did lose to Zackray. I didn't know it was reverse 3-0, though. That's crazy, because I know it was 3-2.
Yeah.
Damn.
It was reverse 3-0. The bus was up 2-0. I don't know how the last game, how game 3 went, but every other game was not close.
Oh, like the boss was winning solidly.
He was solidly 2-0, and then I think game 3 was kind of close, or he made a comeback, and then Game 5, I just remember Zackray spiking the buzz at like with 2 stocks at like 40.
Oh damn. Do you know which character the boss played?
Rosa. It was Rosa all the way.
Oh well, okay, that's insane. Honestly, I am pretty scared of Zackray. Like, get that man out of my bracket, please. So yeah.
Zackray's pretty good.
Yeah,
I don't blame you.
That's actually what I wanted to come up with next is it was game 5 versus you, and honestly, I kind of thought, well, Zackray is pretty good, but Sonic's been, on the insane grind, insane consistency and whatnot. And I mean, still you did get second. And you did win the set either way. But right. So how was it 3-2? Like, I mean, I don't even think Pit does that well versus Sonic, or does he?
It's not that he does well. But he's an awkward character in general. Like, it's not a character that you see every day. That being said, I'm not going to say I got matchup checks, because I did practice a matchup leading into the tournament. Yeah. But if you don't play the matchup right, it can be very, very brutal, to put it that way. Like, Pit, because think about Pit. Pit is kind of, he's fast, right? He has a good burst option in dash attack. His even run up in air is good against spin dash, because of how long it is, you can actually run up nair, and if you try to time the hop, and if you like slightly mistime it, the nair is gonna beat the spin dash. Fair does the same thing, and overall, like Pit, because Pit's aerials and tilts very safe, Sonic can't really do much about it. Like if Pit's like pressuring your shield, like he was doing a lot of down tilt, I couldn't do anything, and like the things that I tried to do were pretty bad, because I would just try to like spin my way out of the situation, and like he would just cover it. Like he would just react with nair. Yeah. So I almost got reverse 3-0 actually.
Oh wait, so you were up 2-0?
I was up 2-0. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I was up 2-0, and then game 3, I got comfortable. I was like, okay, I'm in his head. Like I know what he's gonna do. Let me just do it. And then I started off the match with some misinputs and some missed executions that he capitalized off pretty well. And then like it was kind of late at that point. Game 4, I was gonna time out. Like it was a very campy game. And there were 20 seconds left, and he killed me with, I think it was dash attack or fair. One of those two. Yeah. With 20 seconds left, I had many kills, but I just didn't trust my instincts to go for it. Like I know off the top of my head, I knew he was gonna land with an air dodge on the platform, and I was like in my mind, I was like, oh gosh. But then I was like, no, let me play it safe. Let me just keep playing neutral, keep playing footsies. And I just didn't go for it at all. So that happened, and then game 5, I opened up game 5 with a 2-frame, like a fully charged 2-frame. Because he delayed all of his jumps and then just upbeat all the way from like literally beneath the blast zone, and I killed him at like 70.
Oh my god, okay.
But even still, I got a bit comfortable, and he like kind of made it back. He made it back. He like reversaled me, and then he took two of my stocks pretty quickly, and then I was on the back foot. I was on my last stock. I took a deep breath, and I was like, okay, let me just play the same way I played game 1, the same way I was playing game 2. I know what to do. And then I just didn't get hit again. And I just started death him like both stocks.
Oh my god, okay.
And I just won.
Dude, oh my god. I like, what is it with Zackray and like his reverse 3-0s? Like, I mean, you canceled it, but the buzz did it. So the fact that it was about to happen twice in a row, like, oh my god.
I know.
I can see what you mean with like, it's not the fact that Pit does well or not. It's just the fact that like he has a lot of like things to like pressure you, and there's not much you can do, I guess, in certain scenarios. Like what you're talking about with like the shielding, or you can't just like spin away, like you said. I did think like the first thing that comes to my mind is definitely Pit Nair, like stopping like whatever your approach is, because the move is active for a lot and it's pretty big. So yeah, I can see it. But hey, good stuff. You didn't get upset. So so it's fine. Was that a top 8 qualifier, or was that like one before top 8?
That was actually not even top 8 qualifier. That was that was top 16. No, top 12 qualifier. So that was one set away before the top 8 qualifier.
Yeah. So who was your top 8 qualifier then?
My top 8 qualifier was Shuton.
Oh, yeah, no, never mind. Okay, I did see that one. So I didn't see all of it. I saw you lost game 1 or 2. I know you dropped a game, but I don't remember which one it was.
It was also game 5.
Oh, it was game 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
I dropped game 1, and then I won games 2 and 3. So I was up 2-1, and then he won game 4. I won game 5.
Oh, okay. So when was the last time you played Shuton? Did you play him at Smash Factor or am I capping?
Yeah, it was Smash Factor.
Oh, Smash Factor? Yeah. Because I kind of remember some of that as well. What do you think changed between those two sets? Because I mean, that's a long time ago. Like Smash Factor happened like 8 months ago, something like that. So it's been a long time. What do you think was different this time around?
I think I was more prepared for him last time because I knew like it was a projected match to happen this time. Although, it was Shuton against Leo, and like he was projected to beat Leo. Yeah, I didn't. I got a bit too comfortable with that matchup because I was like, I beat him last time. Like, because last time we played 2 sets of Smash Factor. The first one was 3-0. It was not close. Set 2 was 3-2, but it was a reversal on my end, and then every game I won was not close either. So in my head, I was like, I kind of know what to do. I just need to like execute it. But then I don't know. I feel like leading up to Genesis, I had harbored so many new bad habits that I just didn't have before, and they were like, I was fighting my demons, bro. Like straight up, I was actually just like, stop doing this, please. And I was just doing so many things that I normally don't do for no reason. And I feel like against him, it especially it happened a lot. And I was trying to like, it was a battle of like, okay, let me play like how I know, how I know how to play versus what the hell am I doing? And I would just keep doing so many bad decisions. Like I would spin into his Pikmin and then get forward smash for free. He was also doing a good job playing around that, of course, but I feel like, I don't know. I genuinely feel like I was just playing like a spin machine. I just kept spinning and spinning. Yeah. And in the Smash Factor set, I made it a point to not spin until I set it up to like, oh, he's gonna roll here. Let me spin to go. And I was playing a lot more grounded, a lot more like, okay, let me shield, let me grab you, let me run up and dash attack. Like I was playing a lot more footsies based, which didn't really happen this time, unfortunately. But I guess it was still enough to win 3-2, so it's not like it mattered much.
Yeah. And besides, you said like the games you took were like very convincing, so I guess that's what matters, Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Also, the sentence I spinned into his Pikmin is definitely a Super Smash Bros. Sentence. It's probably it sounds funny. I spinned into his Pikmin. Yeah,
it's definitely a Smash Bros. Moment.
yeah. But well, I'm glad you could take that. What was the score for you versus him at Smash Factor?
Oh, so it was 3-0 set 1, and then set 2 was 3-2. It was a reverse 3-0 on my end.
Oh wait, so you guys played winners and losers? Yeah,
I double eliminated him.
Oh, okay, that's crazy. And you did reverse 3-0 him the second time. That's insane.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, I guess then you have that's like all of the 3 sets you played versus him? Like, is that about it? Or have you played him before that as well?
I played him once at the Scuffed World Tour.
Okay.
Almost 2 years ago. Well, not almost 2 years ago. About a year and a half ago or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played him there. I lost 3-1. So the first time we played it, we ever played it last 3-1. He went Aegis game 1. I 2-stocked his Aegis, and then he was like, okay, no, never mind. And then he switched to Olimar. And then that said, the same thing that almost happened this week happened in the sense of I became a spin machine. Like Olimar came out, and I was like, okay, spin. It's spinning time. And I just started spinning, and he just kept hitting me with Pikmin because hitting spin is really with Pikmin.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so he just kept doing that, and then I just lost 3-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do feel like you have gotten better with like recognizing when you can spin dash and when you can't spin dash. Because even me, when I play against you now, like I remember back in the pandemic, like I mean, we played like 80 sets. It's insane. And we played a lot of sets. Yeah. And I remember I was like, well, because like people kept asking me back then, they were like, so do you hate playing against Sonic or Steve more on Wi-Fi? And I was like, funnily enough, I don't really mind fighting Sonic on Wi-Fi too much because I was like, eventually you gotta approach, right? Like eventually you gotta like rip off the spin dash and eventually have a chance to catch it. Even if I don't, it's fine, I'll have another one. But now it's like you make those chances like a lot less because you're like spin dashing whenever you actually have to do it. Like you don't just do it, Like you're actually like recognizing like, okay, I have to spin dash here because of exactly what you said, right? Like, okay, he's gonna roll, okay, I can spin dash here. okay, is he gonna like dash back? Like you spin dash as well over there, but you don't just do it all the time now. So I think maybe that's definitely what is making you win now versus like players like Shuton. Because like I mean that's what 3 sets in a row now that you have beaten him. So like that's kind of insane. So yeah. So then that was your top 8 qualifier, and then in top 8 you played. Oh, actually, that's the that's the main topic of this. It's you did play Zomba, right, in winter semis.
I did.
So what's up? So what's up?
Oh, it was a great set. I mean, he played really well, you know. But no, I mean, ultimately, I don't know what to say, man. Like, I feel like more than the set itself, it's about what came with it.
Right. Yeah.
What we talk about.
Yeah. I know. We've talked about it. Listen, do you know how to drive?
I do, actually.
Do you have a driver's license?
I do.
Then you can kick his ass. That you want to know the reason why I have beaten Zomba since like 2021?
Why?
Because I've had a driver's license since 2018, bro. So if you have one, you should be fine next time, right?
Yeah.
There you go. No, but on the real topic, I wanted to ask you about this matchup since like a long time ago. Because I know, for example, last year's Let's Make Big Moves, you did lose to Big Boss, if I'm not correct.
Yeah.
And then, well, I remember you played. Have you played Zomba before Genesis? I'm pretty sure you have, right?
Yeah. I've played him quite a bit, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know he doesn't do bad versus you, right? Okay. So, what is it with that matchup? Because low-key, like, every time I watch it, I'm like, well, in theory, even if Sonic struggles in, like, a matchup, he's a top tier. Like, he will find his way out, right? But sometimes I do go like, damn, that looks a little tough. So what do you think it is that like R.O.B? We'll focus on R.O.B first. We'll focus on Zomba after this. What do you think it is that R.O.B does well versus Sonic compared to like other characters? Like I know Gyro, for example, is really good in neutral. It seems like it just controls the pace of the matchup a lot of times. And then Laser is like good at anti-airing and edge guarding you. So yeah, I don't know. What do you think it is in that matchup? Because I've seen you've been laughing as well. You don't have to give out all your secrets. It's fine. It's understandable. Don't throw in the comments, okay?
It's top secret.
Yeah. What's up? Tell me.
So the thing about R.O.B is, you know, R.O.B, it's R.O.B, bro. Like R.O.B is literally just gonna he can just cheese you at any time. So yeah. That's one thing, but also R.O.B has decent hitboxes to deal with Sonic, and he can stuff Sonic's approaches pretty well, or at the very least, Sonic's traditional approaches pretty well. Like if Sonic tries to like run up and up air, but then R.O.B does an air at that same time, like the air is gonna beat the up air, and then he gets a combo from the air, or he puts you in disadvantage. Also, dealing with R.O.B when he's in this advantage is also hard, and it's like if you get reversal, then you might just die. You might take a lot of damage. I think that also R.O.B's just good against Sonic because he's shooting stuff at you. Like he's shooting gyro, he shoots, and if you're dodge gyro, he shoots laser, or he can also just straight up run out there and hit you. Like he has a lot of options to deal with Sonic's disadvantage, which I already think it's not that good. He can do that, and overall, it's kind of like all of them are. But like this is most projectile characters against Sonic. Yeah, the way they play the game is gonna force Sonic to play different. And it's like if you're not warmed up for playing a certain way, you're gonna struggle because, like again, like R.O.B just has so many tools to deal with Sonic's traditional options, like spin dash, right? Like spin charge, obviously. Just running up and like doing things. Like Sonic has to play R.O.B's game, basically, and Sonic has to be proficient at it. Like, the main reason why, for example, I lost to Big Boss last year and I lost to Zomba is it was January. They both happened in January, so it was. You said yeah.
We're timing.
Yeah, it's January, man. It's a bad month.
I don't know what it is, but like this happens to a lot of players in general, and I don't know if you agree with this. But January tends to be a really weird month. And I think it is because, like, a lot of players, you know, I mean, can you blame them? It's the holidays just happen. None of them are really practicing, and you don't have to. Like, it's the holidays. Like,
Yeah.
go outside, spend time with your loved ones, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, because I know last Let's Make Big Moves. Well, you did. No, fuck you. You didn't do bad. No, you did pretty good, man. Like
I did.
You beat Leo that time. I remember, like in 2023, and you got fourth, or no, you got
I
third.
got third.
Yeah, you got third. Yeah. And this year you got second. And okay, I know you won first place, duh. But still, you did do better than last year's Let's Make Big Moves, or at least that's the way I see it, right? Because it's like,
yeah.
Maybe you didn't win, but you did better than last year, right? So yeah.
I did.
Or what do you think is a bad month? Tell me. I want context.
I mean, I'm mostly I'm mostly joking, but the fact that I lose to R.O.B on January, like last year I lost to R.O.B on January. This year I lost to R.O.B on January. You know, it's at this point it's tradition now. It's something that's just needs to happen. It's a curse. On a real note, though, I will say that I didn't prepare for Zomba at all.
Oh no, I mean, yeah.
Like I saw, because I did beat Big Boss. I got my run back on Big Boss at Smash Factor actually.
Yeah,
this year.
I remember.
Because I've been grinding the matchup a lot, and like I used to be good at it, but I haven't been playing it that much. And again, because I've been in that, like, I'm gonna call it spinning of mind.
Yeah.
I've been struggling in those like projectile matchups, or they've been closer than they should have been, or than they should be. Like against Shuton, it was game 5. I lost to Zomba. Like normally I don't lose to Zomba. Normally I don't lose to R.O.B, period. And it's not even just Zomba. Like I also lost to Grayson, the Texas R.O.B on Wi-Fi about a month ago.
Yeah. On Coinbox, right?
Yeah, exactly. So like, you know what I mean? Like it's just what's going on. I feel like the better I get, the more overcomplicated I do things. Like the better I get, the more tools I have. And sometimes I'm like, okay, like I try to overcomplicate things so much because I'm like, I'm at this level, I can just punish people for everything. But if it doesn't work out, then I'm done. And like for me recently, I feel like spinning aside, I was struggling to catch gyro a lot. Like I kind of knew how to catch it back in the day, but because it's not something that I really practice every day, you know, it kind of forget. So I feel like that was the biggest thing. Like for Zomba, every time he would throw it out, I would try to catch it, miss, and then he would hit me for it, and then catch gyro, and then kill me or something.
Yeah, honestly, you shouldn't also like be too hard on yourself for not being able to catch gyro. Like that thing is not easy to catch. Like overall, even if you practice it, I mean, you'll do better for sure because you'll have some muscle memory. But sometimes the projectile is just like hard to catch. Like you think you got the timing down, you try to press a button to catch it, and it just doesn't. It just keeps on hitting you, and you're like, okay, well, I thought I did my thing correctly, but the hitbox is just insane, and you gotta just deal with it sometimes. So yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I think picking up gyro is harder than picking up R.O.B.
well, that's probably true, but anyways, I also think you're right about what you're saying about, like, you know, since this is a matchup that like you like, I guess you do gotta play differently, and you're in this other like mode right now. That is a thing in this game because I feel like a lot of the playstyles are very linear, right? Like a lot of you can just stick to one playstyle and you'll beat like a lot of matchups that way. But there's also like plenty of matchups that you gotta play differently. Because for example, the way I think about it is like with Game & Watch in my case, sometimes you can just spam Nair, you can just spam aerials and like smash attacks. But in some other matchups, you gotta like stay grounded. You gotta like play for parrying, or you gotta like play for grabbing instead. And like that's that I can understand why it would throw you off because like I don't know, it's you gotta be like prepared for those kind of matchups. Is what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's just it's a hard game, man. There's like 90 characters. It's really hard to stay on top of every matchup. Like I tried, because I didn't prepare for Zomba, but not because I didn't want to. I just couldn't. I was trying to find R.O.Bs to play against for like, I think a week, because the Genesis bracket was out for a week. And I just, I couldn't find people. I couldn't find anybody. Like the R.O.B players were hiding. I don't know. Like,
yeah, because I was gonna say Big Boss could have helped you, but Big Boss doesn't play Wi-Fi too much. And then well, I don't know. I mean, there's Grayson, there's Anathema. I know plenty of R.O.Bs, but like most of them, like I don't know if I don't know. It's weird to say because I don't want to say they don't grind because they definitely do. I think they're probably the people who have the most. I see freaking training mode combos very often on Twitter, so I know they be on the grind, but I don't know if they're on the grind like oh host up, you know. So like I don't know, it's different. It's a different type of grind, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah. I don't know. I understand that because for a while I struggled to get practice with Steve, and it's Steve. Steve is a common character. Like I couldn't find anyone. So
that's what I'm saying.
It's weird. Yeah. So you lost to Zomba, and then you lost in winners semis, so you did have to play losers quarters. You played versus Neo, which I think was a sweep, aside from like the game that like he like reversed restocked you or something.
He almost
did. Almost. Oh, okay. Keyword. Almost.
Almost.
But I think that set in general looked pretty fine. You did drop a game, whatever. You still like did really well the other games. But after that, you had to play Spargo, right?
No, after that was Tweek.
Oh yeah, it was Tweek actually. So okay, you guys played like literally a month ago at Luminosity Makes Big Moves. And I gotta say, that set looked rough. Like Tweek was in the zone. It looked like he had control of the set. But this time around, I think he took the first game or the second one. I don't know. He took the game, and I was like, okay, yeah, this looks like really convincing, right? But then you kind of just took over, and it was like GG's. So. What is it that you did different from like that set to this one?
I think the main thing was I practiced the matchup a lot, so I kind of learned how to catch banana consistently, how to deal with banana. I learned like the spots where Diddy struggles to land hits in and land combos in, and also overall just learned like how Diddy Kong works with banana, because like so I kind of learned Diddy, like I learned the matchup from Diddy's perspective instead of Sonic's perspective, because from Sonic's perspective, especially like back in the day, the way I used to play it was, Diddy Kong is eventually going to approach or do a bad monkey flip on my spin dash, so I'm just going to get a free hit. But then it's like Tweek started not doing that, or Tweek stopped doing that rather, and he was making things a lot harder for me, and so I had to learn how to like play Diddy Kong from Diddy's perspective, and I learned, okay, if Diddy has banana, like logically speaking, what would he want to get here? Like, what would he look for in this position? How can I avoid that? How can I turn this situation in my favor, and how can I play with banana better? And I was just getting a lot of banana combos too. My edge guarding was a lot more consistent.
Oh yeah, that one for sure.
I did an SD with homing attack, so that's also
that's good.
That's also another thing I did better. Overall, I think that my defense was better, and my offense was also better. Because I knew like switch it up between the two better as well. So I think for sure that was like the main thing I did.
Yeah, you looked a lot more precise with like your gameplay in general, and well, I guess not SDing with homing attack is definitely a big deal because it did happen like twice at Luminosity Makes Big Moves. So yeah. But not this time. So after that, you did have to play Spargo, and okay, low key. That game 4, man. So that footstool.
That was game 5.
Oh yeah. Oh, it was game 5. Oh well, there you go. Yeah. That footstool low key won you the game. You killed him at 0 almost. Like, damn. Did you mean to do it, or did you mean to just not beat? Oh, you did. Okay.
No, I did. I meant to do it. I had been saving that for a while, so because I think it's. We play so much. Like, I kind of. It's so we play so much that we kind of adapt to each other, and I feel like that footstool back when we maybe like it wouldn't have worked because he probably would have just upbeat early there. But then because he would have upbeat early, I would have just like baited the early and then probably killed him anyways. But like this time, since I haven't been hitting him out there like that, and the position he was in was one in which I couldn't have hit him directly. I knew I was like, he's gonna have to jump to make it back here, so I'm just gonna mash jump and footstool him, and then it worked.
Hey, and then it worked,
yeah.
And then you also like downered him on the second stock, I believe. Like you gave him at like 40 or 50 again. Like I was like, damn.
0 actually.
0.
It was. Well, the string started at 0. Yeah.
I
carried him. Yeah, because I carried him across the stage with forward air, and then I did forward air again, and then he started to get greedy. Like he started to get desperate. He tried to get back on stage with a double jump aerial, and then I just fared that, and then I just fared again, and then he had to up B from below. So I was like, okay, this is a free down air, and I just down aired, and he ended up like SDing as well, but because he up B drifted into me. In the case that I did up B, he would have either gotten hit and been able to up B again, or I would have just spring rode him. So he drifted into me. I literally just dropped my controller. I was like, fuck no, like you're dead. And then we both died, but obviously I had 2 stocks, so I still won the game.
It was a really close set too. Like you guys were going back and forth all the time. Like at some point it looked like it was over for you. At some point it was like it's over for Spargo. And then you just came out on top. Like it was insane. It was a really crazy set. And yeah, you guys have definitely played a lot. Like I mean, you guys play every week almost. So
literally, yep.
Yeah,
we play at least 3 sets every week.
Yeah, and whenever you guys don't play, it's because HBox is doing like I don't know Tekken Coin Box or whatever. So yeah. But yeah. So after that, you did have to play Zomba again. And now I do remember that you reset, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So. You reset, you did pretty good in that one. And after that, what happened on the second set?
What happened is I feel like I just ran out of gas, honestly. Like I had been playing for so long. I miscalculated the day horribly. Like, and I think for me, like being prepared, being fed, like being just being prepared, right? Like being warmed up. And just eating throughout the day is very important for me in these type of long brackets. And that's something that I didn't do well that tournament. Like all I ate that day before like top 8 and throughout top 8, because I didn't eat again, was a cup of yogurt and a little bit of cereal. And because in my mind I was like, it's whatever. Like this, it's 11:30. I'm gonna play at like 1:30 probably, and then after that I beat Zomba. And then I'm just gonna eat after I beat him, but then
I lost. Stuff happens. Yeah.
Exactly. I lost, and then since I lost, I had to play so much faster than I thought I would have, and I ended up having to not eat. So I tough out, man. I literally I just played it like that, and I was fine doing that because I was staying hydrated and everything. But after set 1 Grant, I started feeling a pain, like hunger pains.
Yeah.
And I tried, like it may seem like a John or whatever. I don't care. But
no, it's not. I think
I couldn't.
Oh yeah, no, go ahead. I'll tell you mine.
No, go ahead. What you were saying?
Well, no, just that I do think a lot of people don't value that in general, and I think it's because like most of the player base here is pretty young. Like I mean, it's not like we're old or anything, but compared to the general player base, like you're what, 23?
24 now.
Oh, 24. Well, okay, there you go. I'm going to be 24 literally next week. So,
yeah.
So basically what I'm trying to get at is like, I remember when I was like 18 and I started like top 8ing or 19, I didn't need to like be fed all day, or like even drink water that much. Because like you don't have to generally at that age. Because I mean, you should still do it. But the point is that you can have all of that energy without the needs of like having to do all of that stuff, or without even having to like sleep properly. Because like nowadays, like I mean, your body changes and whatnot, and it's like nowadays you have to have like good breakfast, you have to have like drink water a lot, you have to be like you have to do a lot of things, and I think it's definitely like not a John at all. Because like, dude, it's just. All those type of things, it makes me really mad that people think it's a John, because it's not a John, bro. It's genuine. Like it happens, and you won't get it until you grow up. It's basically what it is,
Yep. That's a good way to look at it, and it's true. Because I remember when I first competed, I actually would go the whole day without eating. Like, if anything, I would do the same thing. I would eat something in the morning, something light, and then I wouldn't eat again.
Yeah,
and then I'd be fine doing it because I'd be hungry, but I wouldn't feel like complete. Like like I'm telling you, man, like at set 1, because I popped off like slightly, not enough, because I was like, it's still not over, but I popped off and like I felt a pain in my chest. I was like, oh, like,
like, ooh, that's a little too much.
Yeah, like damn,
there goes the yogurt.
What's going on? And I tried like not to let it distract me. I even thought of just straight up eating because I had pistachios in my bag. I was like, maybe I should just eat some right now, but I don't know. I thought it'd be weird, so I didn't do it. And obviously, I tried not to let it get to me and to stay focused, but I think that it threw me off a little bit. And then, like, by the time I kind of like got back into the game, it was a little too late. But it's not like he played any differently. It's not like I did play differently though, because I feel like I played the same way I played in winners finals, where I was forcing a lot of hits. I was getting hit for like I just played like a bot basically. Like I was doing the same things over and over, expecting those things to work, while even when they weren't. So yeah, of course, like Zomba and Zomba also played a lot more disciplined than he normally does against me. So yeah, like obviously he played well.
I don't know, like you were also mentioning like earlier, like I said, obviously Zomba played really well and everything, but I do want to touch on this subject a little bit more. That it was a long bracket, and honestly, I wanted to ask you that because like I low-key admire you a lot for that, because like in coin box, I don't know how you feel like during coin boxes, but I do think coin boxes are probably the longest brackets you will ever play, in my opinion, because like the waiting time is insane. The amount of sets is fine, but it's basically the waiting time. You have to wait a lot of time to play your set sometimes. And I don't know about you, but at least since I'm streaming and everything, I feel terrible. I cannot make it past like loser semis because I'm just exhausted. I'm like, okay, I've been streaming for like 7 hours now. I haven't eaten because I usually eat before I stream, right? But like how do you do it in Coinbox? Like, and now how would you translate that into like, for example, a long bracket like Genesis, for example, that happened right now? You know, so
it's a good question. I actually eat in Coinbox. I like what I'll do is I'll eat for Coinbox sometimes, maybe like 2 hours before Coinbox. And then I try to eat again either before top 8 or before top 64, I think it is. So I'll do that usually before top 8, depending on like the waiting time I have. But I'll try to eat in between waiting times, but between like different rounds, because otherwise I'll just feel really hungry. Like
yeah,
I'm not gonna have the energy. I'm gonna feel bad as well. It's just not a good experience.
No,
I try to replicate it at tournaments as well, but sometimes it's hard. Like, especially because obviously in Coinbox, I'm in my own house, right? So like,
yeah,
I know what I'm eating. Like, usually I cook my own food. So I'll eat things that I know are good for me and things that I know work for me. But when I'm traveling, like a Genesis, for example, at the only options I had were to
a hot dog.
Exactly, like a hot dog or something like that. And it's like it is food, you know, it's still fuel, but it's
like it's like temporary fuel. Like
exactly,
it's
like,
not gonna give you the same energy as, I don't know, if you were to eat like an apple and like some scrambled eggs, you know, like good stuff, but like
good stuff.
Yeah. I get that.
But I mean, to be fair, at the convention center though, they did have some decent food. Like Saturday before I played Zackray, before I played Top 64, I got a teriyaki chicken bowl, and it had like rice, broccoli, chicken, you know, which was good. So I'm not complaining about that. But Sunday though, I honestly kind of forgot it. They even had food at the theater, so I didn't bother getting any. But yeah, I think eating is so important. It's so important, and it's baffling to see how there's so many top players that just straight up don't eat. Like
yeah. Well,
they don't eat. They're like,
you never heard about this, or I don't think anyone ever heard about this. I'm not going to say the name of the player either. But I remember the first time I top 3'd, I don't remember if it was a major or not, but it was like a mid was Mayhem in Smash 4. There was this player that he was like, he lost to me, and then he beat me in the run back, I think. Actually, I think I just mentioned who the player is by saying that. But either way,
I don't remember.
No,
I want to know now.
Well, the whole point is that we went out for dinner that time, and he didn't eat at all. And he was like, I was like, wait, are you gonna order anything? He was like, No, I usually don't eat if I lose. It's kind of like a punishment for me. I'm like, no, eat, bro. Like, what do you mean? Like, no.
I know who it is. I know who it is.
You know who it is? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think more players should definitely value that a lot more. And sleeping, honestly. Sleeping is very important.
Sleeping is huge.
Yeah. But
you literally replenish your body like and mind when you sleep.
Yeah.
So you work on the physical and mental aspect, and it's like you also build new. I took a whole class on this, so I'm trying to like remember the exact like scientific words, scientific terms. But it's so good, especially if you like VOD review before going to bed, because you'll essentially build new layers of like the things you just learned.
Yeah.
And then when you wake up, you're gonna like be able to apply things with more ease. And if you don't sleep, then you're not gonna have the energy. Like, it's so important for these long brackets, man.
Very, very important. Especially if it's like, well, yeah, no, just brackets like that is just very important. Like events like this, like SmashCon, Genesis, Poor Priority, like all the P tier events, like it's just really important. And even for the S tiers, and there's basically any major that you go to, but like there's just brackets that are longer than others, and you do gotta like do a little bit more preparation in that sense. So, but hey, next time you will definitely get Zomba. I hate the word next time as much as you probably do, but yeah, I mean that's all there is right now, and yeah. So, how do you think you will do versus Zomba next time?
I'm gonna destroy him, like straight up.
I mean, I believe, but like I respect it a lot. Let's go.
Hey, I mean, he always beats me like. He loses to me like twice or three times, and then I beat him. Oh no, and then he beats me once, and then I beat him again 2 times, and then he beats me once. But I think that after this, I don't think I'm gonna lose to him again. Like if he even takes a game, I'll consider it just like, oh, okay, yeah, you got lucky, because I'm telling you, like I never labbed R.O.B or labbed R.O.B combos. I'm learning R.O.B now just to learn how R.O.B works. I'm doing the same thing I did with Diddy. Like I'm learning R.O.B. I'm learning how R.O.B plays the matchup from R.O.B's perspective. I'm learning gyro combos. I'm learning how to be more consistent of gyro, like different ways to pick up gyro, among other things. Like, it's not going to look good next time we play. I'll say that much. It's not going to look good when he plays Spargo either. Because I think, man, I don't know how Spargo feels about it, but as like funny as it was, I think that shit was disrespectful, man.
Oh, the face up thing?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say anything, man. I mean, I think there's I don't know. I'm not gonna give my opinion. That's about it. I don't really care. I do think it was disrespectful. Like, I think you can afford to like, like talk all your of course, but I do think that was a little bit like. Yeah, a little bit like, it was. He went a little too far with that one for sure. But hey, man, he's in the moment, and like, I don't think, it's the adrenaline of the moment. I've been there. You guys know about it. I don't judge is what I'm trying to say, but I do think it was too far.
No, yeah, for sure. But what goes around comes back around. So,
that is facts.
he better win every other tournament that's left in the year. He won't. Spoiler alert.
Okay, wait, that's actually probably the last topic that I want to talk about, and it is that he did say he guarantees that he will be number 1 in the world. And while I can sort of understand where he's coming from, I'm also like, brother, what? Like, I can see it. I mean, if he believes in him, I like I said, I don't judge, I don't question any of that, because I think that's one of the most important things in competition, believing in yourself. But I know for a fact that players like you, Spargo, Akola, Mia are not gonna make it easy. So, yeah, you don't think he's gonna be number 1 in that case?
Absolutely not, man. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real, man. Like, if I have to make it a mission of myself, like if I just start just getting like, I don't know, just not getting Trigrands, but if it means that I can stop him and I have to, like, as long as I'm beating him, I'll be happy with that, man. I don't care. Like if I manage to stop that from happening,
that's it. That's
one
your
way.
That's your goal.
I will make that my goal. I don't even care about being number 1. I care about being not above him because I don't care about him in terms of competition. Like I'm not concerned in the slightest. But just humbling him every time we play. I'm gonna put it that way. Like beating him is not enough. I need to like 3-9 stock next time we play.
Damn.
And really send a message. And I will. I'm preparing for it. I'm practicing for it.
I think if you really want to send a message, you should 9 stock him. But every game has to be a timeout as well.
Unfortunately, I'm not willing to take that risk against Rob.
Yeah, no, I was going to say it does sound hard.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I think the 9 stock should be fun.
I will say, and even then, like, I just think there's so many players. Like, bro, he had so many game 5s this week. He had so many game 5s against, like, he had game 5 against Gluto. I forgot who else took a game. And he lost to Doramigi at Japan.
In Japan, yeah.
And I forgot who else. Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I admire the spirit, but not on my watch.
That's the talk right there, honestly. That is the GOAT talk right there.
GOAT talk, man. And I know Leo feels some type of way as well. Like, I know he's been talking trash, like Zomba. He's been talking his trash and backing it up, but listen, man.
Well,
we will stop him. I know Game & Watch does good against Rob, so
I know I do well versus Zomba, let alone Game & Watch. We're like 3 or 4-1 my favor, so yeah.
I mean, if he plays you, he's gonna lose too. So.
Well, listen. As much as I want to say yes, and it's probably yes, I've always been that type of player. It's not that I doubt myself or anything, but I rather like. How can I explain this? So, like, I'd rather make a statement by actually beating him than instead of just being like, oh, yeah, I'm going to fuck him up, you know? Like, no, I'll beat him, and then I'll be like, yeah, see, I told you. So, like, yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. I respect that. I'm kind of the same way, but I feel like because he already, like, trash talked to me.
Oh, yeah, obviously you're, like, in the defensive. No.
Exactly.
Yeah, no. Completely understandable. If someone did that to me, I actually have a player, my own, in which I'm in that form as well, so I understand what you mean. It is. Yeah, you know.
I know. Yeah. You can't see it here, but it's very bright in this room right now.
Oh yeah, it really is, right? Yeah. I wonder what kind of illumination you're using.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. Anyways, those type of moments, yeah, I can understand why you would be like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna kick. Like, yeah. That's part of the competition. If any of you guys take it personal because of these type of things, grow up. No, I'm kidding. But some of them do go far, but still.
It's not personal. It's all in good fun. Like, Zomba and I are friends. He's helped me, like, prepare for brackets before and deal with other Robs. So, you know, I take any of this personally.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. Do I think some of it is cringe? Yeah, but it's meant to be in a way. So
yeah, to be fair, yeah. And it's also like, as long as you don't go too far, I think that's the key thing in these things, you know? Like, it's like,
yeah.
Dude, as long as you don't go too far, you're fine.
As long as you keep it in the game.
Yeah. But yeah, anyways. Anything else that you want to say, Sonix? Yeah, what are your plans for the future?
I'm taking a break till Battle of BC. I was initially going to do Collision, but no, I think that it's not the right play here, because I would do Collision and then, like, 1 or 2 weeks later, Battle of BC. I probably wouldn't have enough time to, like, really digest what I should work on from Collision. Also, Collision's good, but I don't know, man. Like, I'd rather just take a break, honestly.
Yeah.
Especially after losing a Zomba, I feel like I don't think it's gonna take me a month to learn the R.O.B matchup, but I'm not joking when I say I want to, like, make a statement next time I play him. So I need to, like, take some time off, recollect myself, recollect my thoughts, and reinvent my gameplay, and to really just make the adjustments necessary for Battle of BC.
Yeah, no, that's completely fine. I mean, that's also a thing that a lot of people should take into account, because lots of players are like, oh, I'm just going to go to everything. And, like, yeah, no. Like, if you need to, like, reset, you need to, like, study, you need to practice and whatnot, it's definitely better for you to, like, take a break instead of just going full ham on every single tournament that there is out there. Yeah. Anyways, I think with that said, that should do it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode today. Make sure to follow Sonix. Make sure to follow me. Make sure to follow the channel, subscribe, comment, and leave us your opinions on what just happened at Genesis, because my god, lots of things happened, like a lot. So we'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.